Greetings from home. Hope you've enjoyed all the Moab and Maris Adventure Park content that we've had over the last month, I guess. But we're home for 3 weeks. Now, two weeks. We've been home a week. I've been editing, not filming. And not really wanting to do anything because we've been tired. But today we have an episode of, well, that didn't work, that I need to address. We got Kara a Starlink Mini, and we got this Molly panel from Backseat Delete right there, with the intention of installing the Starlink on the Molly panel, hidden up out of the way, because it is well documented, and I've seen it myself, that the Starlink will work through the fiberglass roof of the Wranglers and Gladiators. However, we got this all installed and activated activated, it already installed, but we got it activated at Maris Adventure Park, and it didn't work. It did not work. So I pulled it out, I threw it on the roof, and it worked. Put it back in there, thinking it was a power issue, so I tried multiple cords and stuff. Didn't work. So, there is something interfering with the Starlink signal in Kara's Jeep. And I think I know what it is. The Molly panel from Backseat Delete is super easy to put in and take out. It's just one bolt on each side that has handy dandy little, whatever those little grabber things are on the nuts. Means you don't even have to have a wrench up here on top because it grabs and does that. The problem is I put, no, I can't. The power regulator, there we go, for the Starlink, I did not make it removable. So it's still bolted in here. So I need to undo that bolt. Let's see. Is it a 4? It is. It is a 4. Is it a 10? It's not a 10. Is it a 7/16? It is a 7/16. Oh, that was a win. That was just a guess. What are the odds of me finding that? There it is. Okay, so that comes out. Or just comes down. Right there. Good. That can go up there. No big deal. I think the problem is under here. Can I get that out without breaking it is the question. I think the issue isn't with the, come on. There we go. I think the issue isn't with the, come on. There we go. Got it. Isn't with the headliner itself. It's the sound assassin strips. The sound deadening strips. I think that's interfering with the Starlink. So let's take these out. Actually, I can leave this one in because it's right here that I'm mounting the Starlink. I am a little concerned that in addition to the sound assassin strips, it could be whatever these little wood reinforcements here could also be an issue. So this might be a trial and error thing. I don't really want to remove one of the panels and not have the other panel in, and have the other panel in. So Let's just see. This will be trial and error. I'm just going to loosely put that back in. Then I can also loosely put the Starlink in. And then throw this back up there. There we go. Doesn't have to be. Plug that in there. I've got this wire to her aux switches. Okay. Now, let's back it up and see if Starlink works. I really hope it was that easy. If not, then I have to have the conversation to figure out if we're just going to remove that whole strip. Oh, shut up. I'm not going to hit anything. Starlink is on. Now we wait. Roll the window down. It's a lovely day. All right. It says we're in. I don't have a password. I don't have Kara's password to her Starlink. Hold on. All right, got it. Okay, connected. Searching for satellites. This is taking longer than it should. This makes me think shooting through the headliner is a problem. Definitely taking longer than it should. Okay, I'm gonna have to take just the whole panel out there of the headliner. Well, I'm glad I didn't bolt that back up because that would have been premature. Oh, the reflector is blinding. All right, there's that. Go ahead and remove this one. Take 2. Okay. Now let's see if it works. Okay. Let's see if it'll connect now. Oh! It's online. That little narrow band means it's online. That's a good thing. Okay. Well, got it working. Do a quick speed test here. Oh yeah. 9,500, 111, 120, 130. Shooting through the roof. Heck yeah. 136 down, 27, 25 up through the roof. That's awesome. Okay. Well, now I just have to look and see how bad it looks having one missing headliner over there. I have good news and bad news. The good news is it works through the top. Bad news is it wasn't just the Sound Assassin strips. It doesn't work through the hotheads headliner at all. So I had to remove the hotheads on that one side to get it to work. Is that okay? I mean, with the seat delete Molly panel up there.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, yes, you can tell the difference between the right side and the left side.
I mean, I'm not going to be looking back there. Though. I'd rather have Starlink.
That was my thought.
I also want to look at it. And did you change the cable to number 2?
No, that's a whole different That's a whole different thing.
That's part of fixing my Starlink.
No, that's just moving the switch. That's easy. This requires me to contort myself under the glove box. But it works.
Let me come look.
Okay. I don't have it secured. And not everything, it's just there.
Are you having
Like I said, nothing's secure. Oh. I gotta replace the power thing and the wire and bolt this back down and all that sort of stuff.
Fix that hot head to make it cleaner and not be black.
The little where the sound strap, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But otherwise,
that's fine.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, not so bad.
No.
That was easier than I thought it would be. Win. All right, everything is reinstalled. I got Starlink moved to aux 2 as requested. And it's working. Currently downloading software update. I'll let that do its thing. But as long as you don't have headliners, it works great through the freedom panels. That's so wild. Oh, look. So, if you saw my Maris Adventure Park, the last video where we were running Bergflow, Kara ripped a valve stem on a rock. Whoa! Hold on. Ripped a valve stem. And dude, I think Adam was his name, came up and I have these little valves. I have some of these. But he had this little tool. I don't know why this includes these little white gloves. I guess so you can practice your miming. These are silly. But it had this little tool to help you install the valve stem. It was super easy. What?
You bought these off Amazon or something?
Yeah,
I'm going to check those out.
Yeah.
Dude!
We use them on
That's cheaper than a Coke.
I have those valve replacements, but I don't have the little cone tool. And he said he just ordered off Amazon, so I went and found it. It's $19, which is, I think, a much easier, faster, and better solution than the more expensive, like the Colby valves. But that's what she's currently got on there. And $19. I'll leave a link for this in the description because I think everybody should have this in their, not one of these. This is the one I found on Amazon that he used. And it worked great. So I'll leave a link for this down in the description. Highly recommend picking some sort of valve stem replacement up to have in your toolkit. And I am all about inexpensive little tools like that. They get the job done. Sometimes easier than the more expensive versions. Like, that's awesome. And our TPMS sensor is still working. So I don't know if it's just floating around in the tire and still working, but her TPMS sensor is still working. So it's awesome. All right, one more thing off the to-do list.
There's so much room for activities up here.
Kara also wanted me to figure out a way to secure her Instaprivy toilet to her gatekeeper. And I think with just a modal strap, that'll be the easiest and most effective way to do it. That way she can easily pop that off, do what she's got to do, and then easily put it back in there, and it's not sliding around and slinging around back here. So I think that's a winner. Well, I think that's all I'm going to do today. It's Saturday, and I just want to sit and chill for the rest of the day. I've got, as you saw when I erased the Starlink, I've got a long list of things to deal with, other videos to make. Going to go out to the Ozarks, maybe tomorrow, and camp and chill, maybe fish, relax. So we're home for the next 2 weeks. Middle daughter gets married next weekend, next Friday. And then we're home for the week after that, and then we're gone. We're heading up north. Can't wait. We're getting the Ross monster. We're getting Upton wrapped. Super pumped about that. We're going to do that on our way up to Kara's women's weekend up in Wisconsin, up in Kansas City. So we're going to take Upton to Kansas City and get it wrapped. So super pumped about that. That's going to look way cool. It's not going to be like a full all over wrap. It's just going to be some not subtle, but some cool graphics on the sides. So that's coming up. And we've got maintenance things that I got to deal with, but I'll film it. But I don't want to do it today. I'm done. It's Saturday. I'm taking the day off. See you next time. Bye.